Hello and welcome. I'm Sarah Bargijan, and this is going to be a 20-25 minute yoga class on a wonderful pose called Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, which isn't as scary and as intimidating as it may sound, but you will need a strap or a belt to help you get into this. We're going to be looking at the nuances of this wonderful balancing pose that will help you get stronger and more flexible, and it's also really fun to do. Before we begin, if you're not already a patron and you're enjoying these free classes on YouTube, please do consider becoming a patron. All the information on that is in the link below, and it's only $3 a month, and you'll get so much more support from me if you do. I give lots of extra help and support to anyone who is one of my patrons. Also, if you're a yoga teacher, have a look at the link below to my mentorship program, which starts soon. Let's begin with the class, and I want you to start standing up. So bring your feet together and come into mountain pose, Tadasana, with your hands down by your sides. Squeeze your legs strong, and then bring your hands onto your hips and turn your right knee out. Squeeze the left buttock in here, pick up your right leg, grab the base of your shin and place your foot either above your knee or below your knee. Now you might want to have a piece of wall nearby, so please feel free to move and be near a wall. And we're going to be doing similar poses to this over and over, so a wall may well come in handy for you. Keep your hand here or bring your arms out by your sides and turn your palms up. Now when we do this pose, we tend to hitch up the hip here, so drop the right hip down. Extend your hands a little more away from each other. Bring your hands onto your hips. Take your foot away. Turn the knee forward and place your foot down. So tree pose now on the other side. Turn your left leg out. Squeeze the right buttock in. Pick up your leg. Grab the base of your shin. Keep squeezing this knee tightly closed. Drop your left hip. Squeeze the right buttock in again. And again, bring your arms out to the side. Turn your palms up and push your hands out away from the center of your chest. Gaze forward. Keep squeezing that right leg strong. Bring your hands back to your hips. Take your foot away and place your foot down. And again, feet together. This time, pick up the right leg. Squeeze this left buttock in. And with your hands on your hips, you'll notice if you're hitching up your right hip here, and try not to do that. Try and keep your hips in a straight horizontal line. Then turn your right leg out and put the back of your right hand inside the leg and press your leg into your hand and your hand into your leg. All the while, keep the standing leg, this left leg, really straight and push the foot down. Now close the gate of that right leg, take your hand away and place your foot down. Feet together. Pick up the left leg. Turn the leg out to the side. Are your hips in a straight line? If they're not, you probably need to drop the left one a little bit. Bring the back of your left hand inside the thigh, press in, press the leg back into the hand so you can feel quite a lot of engagement and toning going on in your left hip. Take your hand away, bring your hand back onto your hip and place your foot down. Then come to the top of your mat, the short edge, with your feet about hip width apart. Bring your hands down by your sides. Stand tall, lift up through the soft palate so that you stretch your spine a little bit more and squeeze your legs. Turn your palms and your inner elbow creases out to the side walls, and as you inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Keep your hands apart. Now come into chair pose, bend your knees. Lift your heart, raise your hands, but sit a little bit further down. And fold forward into Uttanasana, standing forward fold with your hands by the sides of your feet. So bend your knees if you need to. Then do bend your knees if you're not already, and step your left foot back and bring your left knee down to the floor. Squeeze your bottom here, keep pressing the right buttock in and tack it towards your back foot as you bring your arms out to the sides, back and then up again with your arms by the sides of your head. Reach your fingertips up as you press your front foot towards your back knee and push your back foot down to lift your heart up a little bit more. Now look down at your right foot Bring your fingertips down, pick up your back knee and step forward again. Raise your chest and look up. And as you exhale, fold. Bend your knees if you aren't already and pick up your right foot. Reach that leg behind you, touch down, bring your back knee down. Bring your arms out to the side. Press your left buttock in here. And again, push your back foot down to lift up your heart. Bring your arms back a little bit more and reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Squeeze your bottom. Look down at your left foot. Touch your fingertips down, pick up your back knee and step forwards again. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, raise your chest up. And as you exhale, fold. Now bend your knee, sweep your arms out to the sides. Come all the way up. Look at your hands and bring them together. Then look forwards and bring your hands down by your sides. Good. Now get your strap. Lengthen it out and fold it in half and make a loop with it so that you've got your strap in your right hand with a nice big loop here. Bring your feet together. Turn towards the screen if you're not already. And then place the strap right ahead of you and pick up your right foot. Now again, the wall might be really useful here for you. Put your foot inside the loop and with your left hand grab the tail of the strap and slide your hand down. Then straighten your left leg really strongly. Press your hand into your leg and move that right leg out to the side. Drop the hip here because it's probably going to hitch up, so let it weigh down and squeeze this left buttock in. Stay here. 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg back. Take your foot out of the loop slowly and place your foot down. Well done. Left side. Pick up the left leg. Bring your arm inside the knee. Place your foot in the loop. Again, grab the tail of the strap. Bring your hand down so that you've got a good connection here of the leg and the hand. Squeeze this right leg really strongly. You can bring the arm out to the side to help you with balance and then slowly open up this left leg. Drop the hip, squeeze the right buttock in. Raise your heart, lift up through that soft palate again. And slowly bring that leg back to center. Take your foot away, place your foot down. We'll use the strap again in a minute. Fold it up, place it down, come back to the short edge, the top edge of your mat. Hands down by your sides. Turn your palms out. Inhale, bring your arms up. Bend your knees, touch the floor, either sides of your feet or ahead of your feet if you're a little tighter. Inhale, raise your chest, look up. And then walk back into downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale, raise your right leg up parallel to the floor and squeeze that right buttock in. Both legs straight and strong. Then coming into a plank shape, keep the right knee off the floor and chicken wing it out to the right, bringing your right knee towards your upper right arm as much as you can. Go back to three-legged dog. And then one more time, bring your right knee, knee bent, towards your upper right arm, towards the tricep. Maybe touching, then go back to three-legged dog. Now draw your knee towards your nose and step your foot in between your hands. For warrior two, bring your back heel down, pick up your left arm, rainbow it over your head and come up. Then from here, we're going to do a variation of side angle pose. Bring your right fingertips inside the right heel. Press your leg into your arm and your arm into your leg as you squeeze that right buttock in. Straighten your back leg. Then turn your back palm up, and just because this is nice, rainbow your arm over your head to get a nice side stretch. Push your back foot down, squeeze that back leg straight. Possibly bend this right knee a little bit more. Now come back into warrior two. So make that top hand vertical, reach it up to the ceiling, keep your right leg as it is. Come back up. Downward facing dog, pick up your back heel, touch down. Step back and bring your feet together. Pick that left leg up again, parallel to the floor, which is lower than you think. Squeeze the left buttock in, straighten the right leg as much as you can. Now, coming into this three-legged plank, chicken wing your left leg out to the left. Go back to three-legged dog, push long with both of your heels. Again, chicken wing out to the left. Try and keep that foot and knee really high away from the floor. Back to three-legged dog. Now, knee to nose. Step your foot between your hands. You can come onto your left fingertips. You can even use your left hand to bring the knee forward, the foot forward. Bring your back foot down. Warrior two. Get lots of length and move that right shoulder. Then set your Virabhadrasana two, your warrior two. Straighten your back leg. Check that your left knee is really pointing straight ahead. It's not moving to the right. And again, this variation of side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Bring your left fingertips inside the heel. Press your leg into your arm, but not so that the knee moves over to the left. Keep the knee pointing straight ahead. Turn your back palm up. Rainbow your arm over your ear. Straighten your back leg and push down firmly through the little toe edges of both of your feet. Maybe lean back a little bit here. Now, keeping your left leg as it is, warrior two again. Downward facing dog. Pick up your back heel, touch down, step back. And then walk your hands all the way back to your feet. We're emphasizing the lengthening of the backs of the legs here. Heavy heels, squeeze your legs. Then bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, hinge up to standing, and get your strap. So, put the strap into your right hand. We're going to do what we did before, but we're going to take it possibly a little bit further too. So, cling onto the wall nearby if you need to with your left hand. Feet together. Pick up your right foot. Bring the arm inside the leg. Put your foot into your loop. If you fall out of this, drop the strap. So don't fall over with your hand still holding onto the strap. Put your left hand onto the tail of the strap, move your right hand down. Get balance, extending your left arm out to the side. Drop the right hip, squeeze this leg straight and press in the buttock. Open the gate. Stay here, or if you can possibly take it a bit further, you could maybe start to bring this leg a little straighter. Not at the expense of bending this knee. So if this knee bends, then don't straighten this leg anymore. Possibly put your hand on the tail of the strap and walk your hand down a bit more. And then maybe bring that leg a bit higher and straighter. 3, drop the right hip. 2, 1, then bend the knee. Turn the leg straight ahead. Take your foot out of the strap and place it down. So if you needed the wall, like I did, on that side, you're going to want to change your orientation so that you can now put your right hand on the wall. Pick up your left leg. Put your foot into the loop. Extend your right arm out, fingertips to the wall if needed. Open up the gate of that left leg. Press the right buttock in, push the right foot down, straight right leg. Stay here, or possibly put your right hand onto the tail of the strap to help you slide your left hand a little closer to your foot. Drop the left hip, raise your heart, firm your abs. Try not to lean back here. Then coming out of the pose, bend the knee, close the gate, take your foot out of the strap and place the foot down. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Come back to the top of the mat. Bring your hands down by your sides. Turn your palms out to the side walls. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Bend your knees. Exhale, touch the floor. Uttanasana. Inhale, raise your chest, look up. And as you exhale, walk back into plank pose. So we're going to do just a fun little arm balance here. And I'm going to give you options and variations. And then we're going to cool down with a back bend, a twist, and a forward fold. So Vashisthasana. Walk your feet back a little bit more and your hands forward so your hands and your feet feel really far away from each other. Come onto the little toe edge of your left foot. Keep your left hand on the floor. Step your right foot halfway up the mat. Stay here or bring your top foot on top of your bottom foot. Stay here or possibly come into tree pose. Stay with this. With your hand on your ankle, or reach your hand up towards the ceiling as you lift your hips, whatever you're doing. Look down at the mat. Come back into a normal plank pose. Walk your hands away from each other if you walk them back, and go straight to the other side. Try and do what you just did on the first side, on the second side, whichever variation. Press both of your shoulders towards your back foot. So you can step your left foot halfway up the mat. You can put your feet in a straight line. You can stack. Or again, you could possibly come into tree pose. 3, pick your hips up high. 2, if you're losing your balance, look down. 1, come back into plank. Downward facing dog. And then bring your knees to the floor. Sit onto your heels. Well done. Okay, now from here, float your arms, twist to the right, bring your hands down. Float your arms, twist to the left, bring your hands down. Float your arms, back to center. And then from here, bridge pose. So the back bend that I'd promised. So bring your elbows down, parallel your feet, pick your bottom up, interlace your fingers and walk your upper arms closer to each other. If you can't interlace your fingers here for whatever reason, then just grab the sides of your mat. Push your feet down to raise your bridge. Squeeze your knees towards each other. Release your hands, lower your bridge. Roll over onto either side of your body to sit up. Both your feet on the floor, both knees bent. Reach around with your left hand to grab the front of your right shin. Make sure that your knee is pointing straight ahead, and then step your left foot over the right foot. Now, this isn't for everyone. If your left buttock is not on the floor, then please unwind all of this and straighten your right leg. So you've got an option. I'm going to keep with my leg like this. Get tall, lift up through the soft palate. Bring your left hand on the floor behind you, reach your right arm forward, and bring the inner elbow around the outside of that leg. And twist. So draw the right ribs round and the left ribs back. Take a couple of breaths here. Try not to lean back onto that left hand, that back hand. Just use that to kind of push you forward slightly so you sit right on top of your sitting bones. Ease your shoulders, soften your jaw. And turn your chest back to center. Release that right arm and do the same thing on the other side. So you can have both legs bent. You can bring this right leg under, the other way around. You can bring the left leg under, the right leg over, or you can have your left leg completely straight. Lean over carefully to the left to make sure that you straighten that leg, taking care of the knee, and then twist the other side. So bring your right arm around, left arm forward, and then nudge that knee gently, kind of coax it gently over to the left. Draw that back shoulder, that right shoulder back a little bit more out of your peripheral vision, or coming a little bit further out of it. And sit up tall onto your 2 sitting bones. Then release that back hand. Turn back to center, take your arms away, and then lengthen both of your legs long so that you're coming into Uttanasana. I did a class on this a couple of weeks ago. I'll put the link to it up there if you're interested in learning more about the nuances of this pose. Raise your chest, walk your hands a little bit closer towards you and press your legs down. Stay upright, or if when you take your hands away, you stay upright, you don't fall back, you could bring your hands forward and possibly come down a bit more. Do this with ease. Back off the ambition here. Just let your arms soften. Keep your abs engaged. Don't feel like you've got to make this the best ever forward fold of your life. Just use it to kind of calm and soothe. And as you inhale, firm your abs, come all the way up and come into Shavasana. So bring your hands under your legs, slide your heels in towards you, and with Minimal fuss. Elbows back, head down. Lengthen your legs one by one. Just a minute here, just 1 minute. So make it a really good minute and come into the pose, into complete relaxation as soon as you can. No hurry, but don't be distracted by anything else. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. For now, just let the world go. Bring peace into your body, mind, and spirit as you rest. Now, slowly bend your knees one leg at a time. Roll over onto your right side. Press down with your left hand and your right to push yourself up. Sit in a position that's comfortable for your legs and sit tall. Close your eyes, bring your hands either into Anjali Mudra, or if you prefer, just bring your hands palm by palm onto your chest. Lower your chin. Then release your hands and bring them down onto your legs. Raise your chin and open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Please feel free to leave any comments or questions in the comments box below this video, below this class. I will answer them, and I look forward to seeing you next time. I hope the rest of your day goes really well. Take care.